Time for tonight's panel to continue this conversation about the Biden's alleged financial misdeeds. Let's bring in Democratic strategist Kevin Walling and former HHS official, late at night, senior official, Jack Kalavritinos. Gentlemen, welcome.
Hey, Mike, good to see you.
Thank you.
All right, so here's some more from Senator Chuck Grassley. Let's play it, and I'll get you guys to react.
We have a rough idea of what's in the document, and I just want to do what congressional oversight responsibilities I have to see what the FBI's and the DOJ's done to follow up on it.
Kevin, should the White House be alarmed?
I don't believe so. Listen, you had 3 U.S. senators. You had Josh Hawley, you had Chuck Grassley, as you just played, and you had Ron Johnson on this very network talking about these supposed accusations of bribery, but without providing any detail of evidence, not one shred of evidence. So they're trafficking in these accusations without backing it up whatsoever, without giving any idea as to who this whistleblower is, whatever that document is. And I think what they're trafficking in is this innuendo to attack the president for this news cycle and carry on this narrative that he is somehow corrupt, when the American people fundamentally trust this president, fundamentally believe he's trustworthy, has seen probably 5 decades of this man's tax returns. And again, they're just taking this on as a 2024 issue against the president.
Jack, what's your take on it?
Yeah, I think we've reached a new point here, and I really don't know if I'd call it trafficking. I mean, this is something new. This is a document, a whistleblower. I thought the Biden administration, the Democratic Party, is supposed to respect whistleblowers, and there are actually legal protections that they have. So I think this is kind of like their worst nightmare to have Chuck Grassley, who is Mr. Oversight, all over this right now. And I think of the movie that won the Oscars, you know, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. It seems like we're at that moment right now for the Biden White House.
Okay. There are also questions about Hunter Biden. Let's go to the Washington Post headline. It says prosecutors are nearing a decision on whether to charge President Biden's son Hunter with tax and gun-related violations. According to people familiar with the matter, the culmination of a 4-year investigation that Republicans have sought to portray as evidence the Biden family is corrupt. Kevin, concerns about the possibility of charges for the first son?
Certainly it's problematic. But listen, as I said during the situation with Donald Trump in that indictment, no one in this country is above the law, and no one should be targeted because of who they are with the law. And I think what you've seen out of this administration is an effort to restore the integrity of the Justice Department. The president has not fired any justice official, has not removed any of the investigators, including that state's attorney, that federal attorney investigating the president's son. And I think the process needs to play out in a transparent and fair way. But let's also remember, this man is a private citizen.
Jack, your read on the first son?
I mean, I'll agree with you that it should be transparent. So whether it's the whistleblower document, which is not unclassified, or whether it's this, we need transparency. We do need to have a justice system that is fair. And I don't think that anyone would say that Hunter Biden has been treated unfairly. In fact, you could easily say that he was treated with kid gloves, and a lot was done before the election to create election interference by what he had done and that laptop being kept from the public, and even the New York Post being deplatformed because they had the audacity to talk about this issue.
Do you think there are some charges ultimately brought?
That I don't know, and I don't think it's good to speak on those issues when we don't know necessarily what those charging documents are or what the evidence is. But listen, again, to Jack's point, this is a guy who has faced daily criticism in the national news across all different outlets. He has been persecuted as part of this process because he is the president's son. And we have to remember, at the end of the day, he is a private citizen. He didn't choose to run for office. And he's facing all of these accusations in public.
There's a whistleblower at the IRS who says there's been some favoritism on this stuff. Do you think there are ultimately charges brought against Hunter Biden?
I mean, who knows? The Post had that article. I know there are also issues of that federal regulation called FARA, which is you have to register when you represent foreign entities, foreign governments.
Got a lot of Trump people in trouble with that issue.
Well, I mean, but I think he's got that issue as well. So, I mean, I would not say he's being persecuted. I think he's been protected, and it's time to end the protection of Hunter Biden.
He's certainly been persecuted in the media. We can agree on that.
Jack Kalavritinos, Kevin Walling. We'll see you guys a little later in the show.
Sounds good,
Thank
Mike.
you.